It's all blacked out.
John Cheatham.
If you notice,
Doc
if you
Cheatham
look at the back
cousin.
of George Zimmerman's head, you can see extreme shining light, which was supposed to be taken at the crime scene, which the pole would have been at least 60 feet in the air, which it would have never been that bright. What I think happened was, because of no blood in the beginning and blood at the end, somewhere between the crime scene and getting to the examining room, where he was probably attacked from behind and in front. That's where that came from. So that suggests at some point this was a police conspiracy. It just had to be.
All right, clock's over here. 10 after 9 here on 1010 WOLB. Let's go over to Mike. Mike?
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Coach. Look, I agree with everybody and what they're saying emotionally, but we have to look at the facts, right? And I'd like you to call on one of our legal experts locally, if you could, and have them explain what second-degree murder constitutes and what manslaughter constitutes. Look, Larry, if you and I are in a fight, and I knock you down, knock you out, and you hit your head on the curb, and you die, I'm charged with manslaughter. I did not mean to kill you, but my actions resulted in your death. I don't know if we're going to get second degree. The next thing is, I don't see why anybody would encourage our communities to uprise, to incite riot. One gentleman called and made an excellent suggestion. Let's boycott Florida. Let's not go on cruise lines, because economically we can change this. But other than that, we're going to destroy our community and end up with other people with criminal records which will do nothing but harm our community. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you very much, partner. Let's go over here and pick up on Kenny. Kenny?
Good morning, Larry. How you doing this morning?
All righty, sir.
Hey, I understand that there was a settlement between the family and the property owners. Now, you think in the closing arguments, you know, would that help the prosecution by mentioning that they settled at a court with the property managers, saying,
Zimmerman.
Me saying the property manager is saying that Mr. Zimmerman was wrong, by settling at a court. So would that something the prosecution could use, or would it hurt the prosecutor? What do you think, Larry?
Partner, I would have to say to you that I would like to know if that's permitted, if the judge would put that situation in front of the jury. I don't know. I don't know how it would fade out. I really don't. I'd be very interested in that. Very, very interested in knowing how that would play out. If I heard it and I was on that jury, it certainly would be weighty information for me to know. Trooper, you're in the chat. It was 12 after 9.
Hey, how you doing, Larry?
Fine.
What is this? Now, I understand that Florida has that stand your law ground. Okay, so help me out now. I'm a trooper, but help me out. If I initiate the fight, I initiate it. At what time do that stand your law still work? If I initiate everything and I wind up killing somebody because of my negligence, can I still use that? I was scared for my life, stand your law, and I have to fight.
Now, as a layman, trooper, I certainly would think that it would even out, but again, I'm going to get one of our lawyers to be in here with us tomorrow to explain what the jury will hear from the judge and how they would have to, I don't know what they are going to think. I don't know what those women are going to sit and think about. I hope they're there to listen, and they did listen, and they did see, and they're going to be responsive in the right way. But I'm really nervous about what this jury is going to say and feel. I don't think they're thinking like us, Trooper. I really don't think they're thinking like us.
Listen, the system's a little bit inconsistent in this. Zimmerman stated the first time when he testified, when he wasn't in no court, that they were standing up and Tavon grabbed his weapon. Well, I'm kind of understanding. Well, if he grabbed your weapon while y'all was standing up, how was you able to shoot him if he was on top?
Ooh,
So that's just, you know, being a police, I just think like that. But that's just, he made that statement because he was showing on TV how Tavon, when they were standing up, grabbed the weapon.
That's right. That's right.
And if that's the case, well, but you shot the boy while he was on top of you. So at what time did he get the weapon? Y'all stand up because you never. It's impossible for him to grab the weapon. So that means you should have shot him while he grabbed the weapon. But you didn't say that. You said the boy was on top of you and you reached over and you shot him.
And you're right about that too. And the other part was, which I stated, one of the folks said, I forgot if he's left-handed or right-handed or whatever, but they're saying the way he had the gun, he had it over top of the back, on the back, where you have your pocket for your wallet. The gun was to the belt. And he was arguing, the young lady was arguing, that the prosecutor has never mentioned that that's how he carried the gun and the location of where he had the revolver.
It's a lot of inconsistency. People not paying attention. They're being bamboozled because it has nothing to do with the boy smoking reefer or smoke reefer. It has nothing to do with the boy being a hooligan. The fact is, you actually are trying to get away with murder. You actually murdered a kid in cold blood. But that's all. That's just me.
No, it's not just you, sir. You're being nice. No, that's the truth. That's what you were talking to us about right there. For sure. Well, tomorrow we'll be able to have heard, or at least reviewed, what the prosecutor offers up during their 3 hours and what the defense have offered up during their 3 hours. And I would suspect after 6 hours of hearing from both sides, the judge might even wait until tomorrow morning to give her instructions, and then the jury will deliberate. So we'll be analyzing for ourselves what the prosecutor offers up in its 3 hours and what the defense offer up in its 3 hours. Has the coach come back yet?
Yeah, I've been back.
Can you hear me? No, I can't part now.
Okay, no. You know, this is clearly a case, and we've seen it before. This is clearly a case, in my opinion at least, of a prosecution doing a very poor job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we witnessed it in the O.J. Simpson trial, and there have been other cases. Mike Tyson. If you go way back to Mike Tyson, who had his problems, but that situation in Indiana wasn't one of them. But, you know, well, in Mike's case, it was he had a bad attorney. He had a tax lawyer representing him. But I'm going to hold to my prediction. I'm predicting that he will be convicted of manslaughter. I don't see him walking totally. I can't see no conviction. I just, and I'm not saying that won't happen. I'm just saying right now, and everybody's using their gut and guessing, I don't see him totally walking. I don't.
Larry. And also, he's all obviously he stated that he was worried. His team said he was worried, like as if he's speaking like as if he's going to be acquitted. He knows the outcome already.
No, he's speaking like also a possibility that, which I said and a lot of people said from the very beginning, second-degree murder will be very difficult to get. So, I mean, what he's trying to salvage something.
Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. Let me also let you know that the Baltimore Washington One Caribbean Carnival is happening this weekend. Yeah. And they're asking
okay, folks, stay tuned. Later on today, tomorrow, I'll bring you a guilty plea or not guilty plea.
Caribbean Festival. It's going to
But,
be held
you know,
on the 13th and 14th at Lake Clifton Park in Baltimore. And,
He's gonna be guilty.
Not only will many islands
Cut and
be
dry.
represented by beautifully handcrafted costumes
All right,
and
give me it for you,
skill-band
folks. Give me a
performers,
comment.
but the
We'll hear from you.
zestful flavors
All right?
of the
Taxi
Caribbean will
Talk.
come to
Your
tell
host,
with a wide
Larry the Celebrity
selection
Cab Driver.
of authentic
Hosted that show,
food, including
Larry Young,
curry chicken,
WOLB
jerk
1010 AM,
chicken, and rice,
as you know, the home of the Larry Young Morning Show. Coach, Butch Adam, and JJ. That's right, folks.
So,
James Johnson. Have a great day.
I'm urging
It's a Radio
and
1
encouraging
station.
all of us
Baltimore.
to put this down